Right guys, this is going to be my last video before Christmas, so I hope everyone has a really good time, a really good Christmas. I'm not sure whether I'll do a video between Christmas and New Year, so I mean if I don't, have a good New Year's too. So yeah, this is a pickups video obviously, and I didn't intend to get anything, but you know how that goes. Yeah, so to start off with, I bought a load of magazines, and I finally managed to get some Sega Saturn magazines. I've only got a few though because they're just stupidly expensive to buy. I mean, I've always wanted some, but the price you pay for them, you could get a few games or something for each one. So they really are stupid prices. So I got this one. Well, I'm not sure how many I got actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 of them. I don't know whether I'll actually get any more because, like I said, they are stupid prices, and the amount that you pay for them, I could get a game for each one. So yeah, I just really like the Sega Saturn magazines. I didn't know what to expect when I bought them. I just hoped they would be a really good read, and I did end up reading them cover to cover. In my first couple of ones that I got, I actually found that people that was writing to the magazines, there wasn't anyone in there suggesting, you know, what's going on with Sega, why they abandoning, you know, the Sega Saturn and going on to a new console and all this. But in some of the earlier magazines, I did find that people were starting to say that, and you just reading the magazines, you can see that, especially the early ones, you find that there was actually people did complain a bit about that. You know, why would they pick up like a Mega CD or anything like that, considering how expensive they are? Why pick up a 32X when nobody is supporting it, no developers are supporting it for, you know, for the price? And a lot of people, of course, writing in saying, "Oh, the PlayStation's better than the Sega Saturn." Of course, you can get that, and obviously, it's kind of like, well, what are you writing into Sega Saturn magazine for, saying that? I'm really glad to get this copy though, because I actually have the disc 1 of the Panzer Dragoon game. And obviously the demo was the whole first disc. So the Panzer Dragoon Saga comes on 4 discs. I don't think anything like this has been done in terms of demos before, you know, actually a developer releasing a whole first quarter of a game. So that's pretty amazing. So I wanted this magazine because this is the one where the demo Panzer Dragoon demos on. So I had the demo, but I didn't have the magazine. So, and this magazine is what started me buying the rest of the magazines. So I really enjoyed them. There are a few spelling mistakes here and there, but nothing major. But just such good reads, and I've really found out about a lot of games that actually didn't get released in the end. There's quite a few core design ones actually. Well, 2 specifically, I can't remember the names of them. I think one specifically was it Fighting Force or something? They was going to release that, and it was pretty much finished. But then we all know how Sony signed an exclusive deal with them for the Tomb Raiders, and then they kind of just didn't bother with the Sega Saturn really. So even though they had a finished game of Fighting Force, but they released that on the PlayStation, and apparently it turned out shit anyway, so there you go. But Core Design said, because there was a news bit in one of these magazines, that they're not going to release Tomb Raider 2 on the Saturn because technically it couldn't be done and all this lot, when really they just signed an exclusive deal with Sony. And I think if they was going to use the same Tomb Raider engine that they did with the first game, then obviously it couldn't be done. But if they'd gone back and spent time with the Saturn and just built Tomb Raider 2 on a completely new engine, then it would have worked. But I mean, what they did with the PlayStation Tomb Raider 2 as well is they just improved the engine, improved the graphics engine, and to get more out of it. So I mean, if they was intending to do that with the Saturn version, then of course it couldn't be done. But I mean, I'm really enjoying these magazines. I've also found quite a lot of Japanese games that I didn't know about. Of course, I know about the big hitting Japanese games, but there's a lot that I didn't know about, and also a lot of cheats and stuff that are really interesting. So if you do get a chance to get any Sega Saturn magazines, I do recommend it, but again, they're just stupidly expensive, really. Picked up this Retro Mega, well, it's just volume 3, 256 pages of classic video games. It's such a good read. It is quite expensive, it's £10, so, but it's just absolutely rammed full of loads of retro goodness. And I don't read, I think it's Games magazine, is it? Yeah, from Games TM. I don't read their magazine really, because I don't read any of their modern games magazines. But they do have a good retro section in there, but I wouldn't buy it just for that, because it's only like a little small thing in there, so I like that. And of course I got my copy of Retro Gamer, which I always get. And while we're on the subject of magazines, I actually bought the Amazon Kindle. This is just an amazing piece of kit. It's really ergonomic, really thin. As you can see, it's about the same thickness as a pencil. Well, it's actually a bit thinner actually. You can listen to podcasts and MP3s. You can read magazines, comics, graphic novels, manga. So it's just pretty damn awesome, really. If I show you back, still getting used to it a little bit. As you can see, I've got quite a few things on there already. Where's the magazines on there? There we go, magazines. There we go, Sega Saturn magazine number, it's issue 30. And if I just click on that, there you go. As you can see, it's really small, but what we can do is we can blow it up. And we want the first bit there, too much. And you won't be able to get that on the camera, but that's perfectly readable. The text on it is absolutely crystal clear. And you can blow it up even more. You can go up to 300, which makes it really big. So there's no problems I've got no problems in reading this magazine on there. You can also switch it to horizontal, and that just makes the text, excuse me, that makes the text bigger anyway. So when you blow it up, you know, again and again, it just makes it even bigger. So it just all helps, really. And this is just a perfect platform for reading magazines and comics and stuff like that. I know a lot of people will say, well, isn't it better to get a tablet or an iPad or something? Well, no, not really, because they use LCD technology. And of course, what happens when you stare at an LCD screen for hours on end? You feel like your eyes are going to drop out. So this is e-ink, and you can read it all day and your eyes will never feel sore. So I went for this, and this is what I want. I want to read documents and stuff on there as well. So it's perfectly great for what I want to do. I just want to show you a picture on here, actually, the front cover, just to show you how good the pictures are in there. And I don't care whether they're in black and white. Let's go to menu, go to cover. There you go. That looks absolutely brilliant on there. Just can't argue with the quality of the Kindle, really. I would really advise getting one. And yeah, with it, there's a few programs you can use with the Kindle if if you've got a problem with different file formats and stuff. So yeah, just a great piece of kit. I'm just gonna whiz through all these games really quickly because I don't think I've got much memory left. So first up is Zap Snowboarding Tricks. Found out about this game from the Sega Saturn magazines. What can I say about this game? Just not that great actually. When I first played it, I hadn't played Deep Slope Sliders for quite some time. So when I played this, I thought, oh, this is actually pretty good, really. And then I went back to Steep Slope Sliders, and I realised that this game's really quite bad. But I had to get it because it was another snowboarding game, and I really wanted to see if it was really any good. So, and then I got Zap Snowboarding Tricks 98. I was really hoping that they'd pulled their finger out on this one and just turned it round and made it better, a hell of a lot better than the first game. It's got more tracks, it's got more options, it's got more game modes, and it's got more players and outfits. But all the problems that was wrong with the first game is still there. So it's better than the first game, but it still is bad. So quite disappointing. But I've just learnt of another snowboarding game that I've just found out about, again from Sega Saturn magazine. So I can't remember what it's called, but I'm going to try and get that, and I'll probably run through it. If I do get it, which I'm sure I will, I'll run through the games and give my full opinions on them. And I got Bug, which is really quite awesome. I really want the second game now. It's not much to say about it really. It's a 2D, well, it's a combination of 2D, 3D platforming sometimes. Then I got Sonic Jam. It's great to have the 4 16-bit Sonic games on the Saturn running at 60 Hz. Although I'm using the Saturn controller as well, which is awesome. But I have got all the games on the Sega collection for the 360. But this has the added bonus that I get to use the Saturn controller and the D-pad. So, but the actual 3D bit of Sonic Jam isn't really that great, to be honest. I don't think it is. I mean, it's good, but it's just not as great as I was expecting it to be, really. Then I got Fighters Megamix, which is just rock solid, hardcore fighting game and really kind of hard. Not much to say about that, really. Then I got Pandemonium, which I absolutely love. It's a great game, really awesome. I haven't played all too much of it. It's quite hard, actually. Nice 3D game. Then I got Winter Heat, and really great winter kind of athlete sports game. I do really like it, but it's quite hard. And I've got Victory Boxing. Finally got this game, which seems to be really quite just seems to be loads of copies everywhere. I haven't played it, so don't really know what it's like. But anyway, guys, have a great Christmas.